Accra to Hong Kong, Hong Kong.
And the Liberian people not to dwell on trivialities, but substance. That a company is registered in Singapore and maintains an office in Hong Kong doesn't make it illegal. That it doesn't have a website as you and others have maintained doesn't make it illegal either. I am yet to receive evidence from anybody as to the illegality of Eton. If I were to receive such an evidence, I will investigate it. As I said, the money is not coming through well. That's what I said, and I stand by it. I am saying those are trivial matters that you are raising, and for tax purposes, people are registered in one place and operate in another place. You need to be exposed to these things. Find me evidence that Eton is illegal. It's an illegal entity. Until that Eton wants to give you money, you need it, accept it, and stop interposing hurdles, shooting yourself in the leg. Thank you.
Thank you. Interposing hurdles and shooting yourself in the leg. Okay, I think finance, repayment please.
Start paying until 2025. The Ministry of Public Works outlined that in 4 years' time, these roads will be built. He emphasized also there will be toll that will be placed on the road to have an attraction of a return on investment. This is an initial investment that is expected to yield returns in a very short space of period, and this return on investment will even start to come before the commencement of the payback period. That is an evidence of resource mobilization. In my presentation, mutually exclusive of what the Minister of Public Works may emphasize, we'll talk about the encouragement of the domestic resource mobilization that has been initiated by the joint collaboration of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning and that of the Liberian Revenue Authority. We also projected that because this road corridor will increase agro or will boost the agro sector, we are expected to raise an additional 300 million in revenue generation. I gave a spread which you do not have the opportunity to have before you now. Honorable member of the National Legislature can admit that they have that. It's a full annuity schedule of the repayment plans. We will pay twice each year. We will pay July and December of each year, commencing from 2025. We will pay around $19 million each mid half of the year. So a total debt repayment portfolio will be around $38 million. We believe that if we increase revenue to around 300 million, $38 million will be just so minute to be able to cover that. And in fact, they create a space for this government or this executive to push additional loan agreement to the national legislature for the development of our country. And the overriding event is that this country must develop. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We now seize this time to turn over to our colleagues. Some of you that have concerns or comment, questions, may now have the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank our ministers and other contributors in the process. My
or any other loan agreement to clear the air and dispel the public sentiment I think the Minister of Public Works, Finance and Justice to provide more light on Eton Financing Limited, which I think in my mind a lot has been done. But for the record's sake, we'll just read. I sat and listened to the Honorable Minister of Public Works, and he explained and gave analysis about the implementation of the road connectivities in our country, and gave solution approach that will bring relief and economic viability to our people, which is a welcoming development. My concern comes even when I listened during the deliberations of the minister, and he said that his team and a consultant group will select contractors that will carry on the projects. I am aware and taking it back to the 2010 Public Financial Management laws which state the PPCC is an established component or a product, national or international competitive bidding, but I did not hear it from the minister. The Minister of Finance said that we're going to start the loan payment in 2025. By paying biannually, by 2025, according to the DM, the Deputy Minister of Finance, we as a country will pay 38 million hence. Can the minister please tell the Liberian people what are the indicators that 7 years from now we will be in the position to begin the repayment of this loan? What are the indicators? An economic model that 7 years from now, our very new generation will be at a level to enable us as a country meet up with the first payment. Thank you very much, members of the public. Okay. Let me extend compliments to the President for fast-sighting in acquiring loan for our road. My concern here is, why wasn't Broadview, Vaswell, Maga, or Bobolu City Road pavement not considered instead Tubman Bread to Bobolu? This highway Broadview to Bobolu remains the only highway bordering Maserado County that is not paved. Why? Mohammed N. Kroma, son of Swain Maga, District 1. Lastly, we have Mafia Express, bank guarantee. Bank guarantee. What step? I'm not getting it. Background check. It said Mafia's Express, bank guarantee, background check. And what step? Gonna D. I can get this. Thank you so much. We'll now give the floor to our sector ministers to respond, ranging from the podium, as well as some of those concerns or comments that were raised as we bring this session to a close. Thanks. Mr. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We discussed a $536 million loan. And this is just one loan. And this one loan can do so much and do no more. We indicated that Liberia will need about $3 billion to be able to address the deficit in our infrastructural sector, especially road connectivity. And so we did not mention all of the counties because this loan specifically deals with defined counties. Notwithstanding, there are ongoing projects in other counties. Like for example, I just told you about the projects in Nimba, coming out of Banga in Bong County. There is a road project up to Salaye in Lofa County, phase 1. The contractor has been named, he has been selected. The contractor is well mobilized and he is on site. And within the next few days, actual works will begin on the Banga Salaye road, and that is phase 1. After that road, then we'll have the Salaye Konya road, that's phase 2. And then as we speak, we are in discussions with the road to Vahun and the road to Medikoma. I'd like to thank Representative Wia. She has been engaged with the Ministry of Public Works, and we are working on this very seriously. We also like to indicate that an issue was raised about PVCC, PPCC will not do it for public works. The procuring entity has a responsibility to do just what you're talking about, but PPCC has regulations, and these regulations must be followed. And we have said that consistent with best practice, if you listen to us, and within the ambit of the laws of Liberia, we'll select an engineering consultant, along with whom we'll work to be able to select the companies that will form part of the consortium that will construct this road. No individual company has yet been selected. And so the PPCC regulations are there, and we are aware of this. We also heard the Honorable raise an issue about sourcing other funding to be able to address other roads in the country, say for example between Tapeta and Zwedru, between Zwedru and Refugee, between Zwedru and Greenville. The executive branch of our government, in its best wisdom, I'm sure is in discussions and negotiations with firms, and consistent with our borrowing envelope, we will take the relevant decisions at the right time. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. Distinguished members of the legislature, we provide diocese in a matrix supported by informed decisions regarding a request for a ratification of this loan agreement. I'd like to join the Minister of Public Works in saying that this loan request for ratification that we've come to you with can only do so much and not more. As and when the need arises for an additional request, the executive in its own perspicacity and its wisdom will approach the national legislature accordingly. As we can see, just based on the different justifications we're giving, the demand for infrastructure development in our country has become unprecedented. And we will do everything within our powers as executive of this government to do the necessary due diligence and to approach you radically but very cautious of all prevailing laws and regulations as may need be. Thank you very much. I'm not answering any more questions because I think all of my previous comments have addressed most of the concerns and questions you may have. And I'd like to use the opportunity to say thanks very much, and thank you so much for the opportunity given us to expand before you, honorable members of the legislature.
Justin?
All of the points have been covered. I want to thank the committee. This is what our democracy entails, these public hearings for the benefit of our people, and I urge the legislature to ratify this loan agreement because it is legally protected. I thank you.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, by way of giving our closing comment on this hearing, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia is clear and unambiguous. It gave powers to you, our constituents, and that power, December 26, 2017, that power was expressed by electing a government. The government that was elected democratically, and on the 22nd of January 2018 was inducted into office to steer the affairs of our country. That power was also transmitted on the 26th of October 2017, electing 73 representatives from our various constituency. And those representatives and senators that were elected carry the aspirations of the 4.5 million citizens of this country. In our wisdom, the power that is inherent in you, that has been transferred to us, cannot be overemphasized or underestimated. Meaning, we as a government, the three branches of government converge here today by our representation, the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. We make a decision in our judgment that is right, that is prudent for the forward march of our country. Having said these words, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will now revert in our committee room, and you can be the show. Our citizens can be the show. The 15 political subdivisions of our country can rest assured that we will make those decisions in your right interest. We'll look at all of the variables, and then those variables at the end of the day will benefit all of us, and we as people will be proud under this government. Thank you so much. May God bless you and save the states. We adjourn this section. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you so very much.